Happy Tuesday. We were gone all weekend and somebody else took care of our critters for us, but one thing we didn't have them do, collect our eggs. So we are on an egg hunt. I took a peek and there's a lot, so we're gonna see. Take your bets, guess how many there's gonna be, because there's a lot. This is what we're working with. None of the other nest boxes, mind you, have eggs in them, but just this one, and then they just kind of trail back because it just got so full. So let's collect them and see how many there are. Now hopefully none of them got damaged. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, so there's 1 dozen, 13, 14, 15, uh-oh, we have a damaged, 16 is damaged, 17, 18, there's gonna be 19 eggs. She's pretty full. That's how many we got. Now I need to go clean these and put them away. We're back in the garden. As you can tell, Tana's weeding out my green beans, which are doing incredible. As you can tell, there are lots of them that came up. But he's weeding right now. And you can see over there and right here, he tilled all this, which is where the cool crops are because we're planting more cool crops. They look pretty sad, except for our one cabbage that looks like all the rest of our cabbages that did amazing. Apparently we're not very good at planting Brussels sprouts, broccoli, and cauliflower because it doesn't do good. There's some of them that are making it, but not doing very good. But yeah, they died really fast or just didn't germinate. So either way, they're doing okay. They're here. We're gonna plant them and just try again. Over there I have my cantaloupe. He also tilled all of that, which I don't think my cantaloupe is gonna take up all that space, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna plant some more watermelon over there because over here he has 1 row for our okra, I believe that is, and you can see next to the okra there's a planter that has 1 plant in it, and that is my sad little watermelon. Oh well. Anyways, he also tilled over there for the zucchini, cucumber, and what else? Squash. But other than that, everything's looking really good. He's doing a really good job at weeding. And I guess I'm just going to set you up and let you watch the process of us planting more into the garden. This should probably make it into gardening part 3 or maybe even 4. Tell them about what your plans are for the carrots.
Oh yeah, so our carrots are doing pretty poor. We did our natural dirt, which is like solid red clay, and you can see that, I mean, we got some carrots. They're not doing too great. So I've thought about, this bed isn't doing as good, so I thought about sacrificing this bed and killing them, and then putting some good dirt up to the top and replanting this one, but leaving this one, and see if it makes a difference. Because it may not. They may grow just as good in this as they do this with good dirt. So just a little experiment. So we're probably going to end up killing these off, and because they're not doing very good anyways, and doing some better dirt on top and kind of mixing it in with this natural red clay. The good thing about this red clay is it does hold moisture pretty good, but it's hard. I mean, this is sifted. We sifted all this, and like, if you'll look, Like it packed pretty good on the top. Like you get down off in it,
It's kind of sandy.
and it does good. But I mean,
It packs.
it's nothing but clay. Like that's a little carrot. It ain't really doing anything yet. But I think we're gonna kill this bed off because it's not doing as good as this bed. The worst part about why I want to do it is because if it rains, it'll be full of water. It takes forever for it to drain. So I want to mix some good dirt in with this one. Maybe get some better drainage out of them so I don't waterlog them too bad. Because here, just water just sets on it. It doesn't soak it in. So, but Esther's gonna do a bunch of planting. I'm gonna try to get as much weeds out as possible. I'm not pulling them, I'm just digging them up. But I think that's gonna be an endless battle this year, is our weeds. Because this is the first year garden here. So I'm hoping to this winter, where I work, we have a bunch of cardboard that we throw away, to buy enough to lay cardboard everywhere. And then, you know, we live in the woods, so we'll have a bunch of leaves too. I'm thinking about mulching a bunch of leaves and just littering this with cardboard and mulched leaves and letting it compost down through the winter. And that'll actually help a lot this coming next year, because we have enough leaves here. We normally burn them, or I think last year we mulched them, but the yard didn't do very good mulched with them. So I'm going to leaf blow them all up, put them in a tub, and mulch them down with a weed eater, just lightly, just where they're not a full leaf, and then just litter this whole thing with like inches of mulched leaves. And hopefully years of doing that and straw and everything else should, and then eventually once our soil's good and everything and we start kind of getting to that, we've thought about buying wood mulch. Either buying wood mulch, or we have talked about buying a mulcher, because we have our wood stove that we're gonna hook up. So we'll have tops of trees that we cut down for firewood for the winter that we could mulch the tops, not have to pile them up and burn them, and then use the wood mulch in the garden and be sourced just us. All it would take is gas. So we have talked about that. So I don't know really what we're gonna do with that. We probably end up doing that because it's a lot easier than burning brush piles, because you can literally cut your firewood and then take your mulch or take your tops, mulch them up where you're at into a pile. And then you'll have those piles everywhere, or just one pile in the area where you're going to be cutting firewood, and just make a big pile.
I had to move real quick.
Make a big pile of mulch, and then be able to take it and bring it to the garden and stuff. Which, you know, mulch is one of those things, it does have to season, I'm pretty sure, especially some woods more than anything. I don't really think it's good to use green mulch. I think it does have to be dried out a little bit, but that's years to come. Eventually we'll get this to where we want to be, and we're not where we want to be anyways, because we've talked about taking a couple trees down over here and extending our garden by a little bit, not a whole lot. But I really feel like if we're going to be growing enough food for us to be pretty self-sustainable off of, we're going to need a bigger garden or more variety, because we'll have 6 different kinds of peppers this year. So I mean, more variety would definitely help. Better planting over here. I cleaned this up a little bit. There's still stuff, you know, from that stump to this fence. We could till that and plant 3 times the corn that we could plant in here, out there, outside. and be better off, because all this area over here that we had in corn, which we only got 3 rows out of, we could put so much in it that could be so much better used for putting into the freezer for the year. But we'll see. It's
And
years to come, and honestly our garden now is doing better than any garden that we've had so far. And we've been gardening for about 4 years. Lightly, you know, we never, like we said in a previous video, we're new homesteaders. We never planned on homesteading. So now our garden was always like maybe a quarter of the size of this. So we always just did it just for something to do, not really to live off of. But with the way the world's going these days, it gets harder and harder not to want to be self-sufficient and do it yourself. All the chemicals they're putting in everything nowadays. So enough rambling.
I'll show you. Good job, honey. He planted all that without any help, by himself, while I was planting the cool crops. And he's had that set on the potatoes, watering them.
So the one thing I have noticed about the tomato towers,
Potato
towers, is they're hard to water. Like when it rains, the straw's really soaked. But it seems like when I do it by the water hose, I can't get them that way. Because like that one's been on there for a good minute. If you reach barely in, it's wet. But I don't know. This seems kind of a pain. And they've shrank. They've shrank because they was up to here. Both of them. So I mean, which I don't know. Maybe that's where I messed up, because I know some people said to do a layer of dirt with your potatoes, and we did straight straw. I could see how like the dirt would hold moisture, especially just in the straw. Yeah, because we got 2 more. We need to sprout some more potatoes and try adding a little bit of dirt to each layer with them. But then again, I really feel like the dirt would just wash out, you know, down with the straw as it gets wet.
We have cantaloupe, watermelon, and
I'll jump on the okra.
okra.
And then you can jump on the cantaloupe and the 1 watermelon.
Yeah. And that is it for the planting of this evening. Everything looks really great. I love when he waters everything, because you can it points out the plants a little more. You can see them rather than against the light dirt. You can see them against the dark, wet dirt. But everything looks really great. You did a good job, honey. Why, thank you. Goodbye. That's a bug. I don't want bugs on me. Makes 19 eggs. I got it off with a stick. This is really good light right here, and you look pretty nice right now. You should like pose or something for that. For the thumbnail. You and your Crocs.
Sock frogging.
King of the road, trailer for sailor